Bro, can I ask you something? Tomorrow always feels like the perfect day to change, until tomorrow becomes today. Have you ever noticed that? Tomorrow I'll pray consistently. Tomorrow I'll stop watching porn. Tomorrow I'll start working out. Tomorrow I'll finally begin that business I've been thinking about. Tomorrow I'll become the man I know God is calling me to be. The strange thing is, tomorrow always feels full of possibility until we wake up. Then somehow, today doesn't feel like the right day anymore. For years, I thought I was waiting for the right opportunity. But looking back, I wasn't waiting for an opportunity. I was waiting for a feeling. I was waiting to feel motivated, confident, ready, disciplined, inspired. I honestly believed that one day I'd wake up and doing the right thing would finally feel easy. But that day never came, and I don't think it ever will. Because the people we admire aren't people who feel motivated every day. They're people who stopped negotiating with their feelings. Think about your own life. How many dreams have you postponed, not because you didn't have time, but because you didn't feel like starting? How many prayers have you delayed? How many conversations have you avoided? How many opportunities have quietly passed by while you kept telling yourself, I'll do it when I'm in a better place? I used to think change happened in big moments, a new year, a breakthrough, a life-changing event. But when I look back, almost every meaningful change in my life started on a very ordinary day. A day when I didn't feel like doing it. That's the part nobody talks about. We love imagining transformation, but we don't like repetition. We dream about becoming different, but we resist doing the same faithful thing over and over and over again. I think that's why so many of us stay stuck. Not because we don't know what to do, but because we keep waiting for our emotions to agree with what we already know. And emotions make terrible leaders. Some days they'll tell you to keep going. Other days they'll tell you to quit. If you build your life around how you feel, your direction will constantly change. A question has been challenging me recently. Not, what do I feel like doing today? But, what would the man I want to become do today? Sometimes the answer is, open the Bible. Sometimes it's, go for the workout. Sometimes it's, put the phone down. Sometimes it's, sit down and do the work you've been avoiding. None of those things feel dramatic. They're usually quiet, ordinary, almost boring. But that's how character is built. Brick by brick, day by day. Faithfulness is rarely exciting in the moment. But one day you look back and realize you've become someone different. Maybe you've been waiting for the right season, the right motivation, the right sign from God. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I'll change after this week. I'll change after this trip. I'll change after this stressful season. But what if the life you've been praying for doesn't begin with some massive breakthrough? What if it begins with something incredibly small? One prayer, one chapter, one workout, one difficult conversation, 1 hour of focused work. Not because those things change your life overnight, but because they change the kind of person you're becoming. I've been realizing something lately. God usually isn't asking me to become a different man by tomorrow. He's asking me to be faithful today. And maybe that's why we keep waiting to change. Because we're trying to become tomorrow's man instead of faithfully living as today's man. Bro, don't wait for the feeling. Don't wait for next Monday. Don't wait for next month. And don't wait until you finally believe in yourself. Just do today's assignment, because tomorrow's man is built by what today's man chooses to do.